In this video, I will show you how to use the conditional logic feature in GoHighLevel surveys. This is a very useful feature because not only does it allow you to qualify your leads, but also it allows you to present your prospects with a better user experience. And if you ask me how, the conditional logic feature can be set up in a way where you're only asking relevant questions to that prospect based on what they're answering. So in this video, I'm going to exactly show you how you can set that up. So without further ado, let's get started. Now we will create a survey and we will create conditional logic in that survey in this video, but we need an example. I have actually prepared a survey for a roofing company. So we have a survey that we will create for a roofing company that we will be able to use on a landing page or independently, because surveys do have a link that you can share with people. And if they submit, it can bring that data into GoHighLevel, and then you can perform automations and other stuff. Now, let's look at the questions. What can we help you today? What can we help you with today? There are multiple choices. So there's roof repair. So I need roof repair. I need full roof replacement, gutter installation, emergency storm damage. The next question is only if they select roof repairs. Let's say on the first question, they select roof repair. It's going to jump to this question and say, how old is the current roof? But if they select roof replacement, it's going to skip this question and then it's going to go to the question here. So it's saying, what material are you interested in? Asphalt, metal, tile. Now, if they select gutter installation, it will be this one, basically, because this one is for roof repair, this one is for roof replacement, this one is for emergency damage. And if they select gutter installation, we're going to skip all these questions because these are not relevant for gutter. The fifth question is, are you the homeowner or authorized to make decisions? And if they select no, they say, okay, I'm not the owner, I'm renting it. What we will do is we will basically disqualify the lead because it says we only deal with homeowners. And if they select yes, we're going to ask them one more question, and then we are going to ask them to submit their name, email, phone number, which is their primary lead information. So this is basically our GoHighLevel survey that we will create. And then in this survey, we will set up the conditional logic this way. Now let's get started. Let's start creating the survey. We will go to GoHighLevel. I am in a demo sub account right now that I use to test my automations and videos, but you can use a sub account as well. Now, when you're in a sub account, you will go to site, then you will go to surveys. And from here, you can click add survey. We will start from scratch. We won't use any templates. So let's say create. Now, the first thing I will do when the survey has started creating is I will rename this. And this is very useful because when we create the custom values are going to be under this survey. So landing page, survey, roofing. Let's just name it that way. So this is an empty slide. Now we will start creating our questions. The first question we have is, what can we help you with today? Now we can just go here on the left side, if you can see it properly. I hope my camera is not blocking this. Now on the left side, we'll see there's a thing called radio. So we will say radio. This is a multiple choice question, right? So we will just drag and drop it here. There we go. So that's our first question. And we will copy and paste the question under label. Hey there, everyone. Just wanted to take a few seconds from this video to talk about my school community, where if you join, first of all, you get to ask me questions about high level, Google Ads, Meta Ads, SMMA, anywhere you're stuck in the build, any issues you're facing on anything. You can see there's loads of questions in the community. We interact here all the time. Then you can have access to all my courses in the classroom. I have courses on GoHighLevel automation, AI, courses on Google PPC ads, Meta Ads, how to launch your SMMA, how to scale your SMMA, and a bunch of other stuff. Also, there's a template library you can see here. A lot of resources on Google Ads, Meta Ads, funnels, GoHighLevel workflows. There are built-in snapshots ready to go. Literally load into your account and then start using them. Loads of GoHighLevel CSS, and I'm adding stuff to it every day. And one of my most favorite things in the community is the calendar section, where we have a couple of events going on every week. First of all, there's the weekly Q&A. Secondly, there's the weekly coaching session where we cover a specific topic every week, and then we do a short Q&A on that topic. So if you want to join the community, there's a link in this video's description, which will take you to the sign up page, and I will see you on the other side. Now let's get back to the video. And then we will start putting all the answers under options. So if you go to options, that's the first option, that's the second option, the third one is gutter replacement, and then the fourth one is emergency storm damage. So these are the four answers or four options for this question. Now we will click on add new slide and we will do the same thing. And just because I'm doing radio options here, it doesn't mean you can only do radio. You can do single drop down, multi drop down, whatever you like. But questions that I'm asking, this is the most suitable type. So that's why I'm just selecting this one. Though we have conditional logics in this survey, we won't set up the conditional logics yet because we do want to create all the questions first, and then we want to link them up with our necessary conditional logic. So we will create all the questions. How old is your current roof? Same thing. Go to options under 10 years, over 10 years, The third one is what material are you interested in? This is only they select roof replacement, and do another one. There we go. And put it under label. And then you can say here asphalt, metal. The fourth one will be another radio. And if you don't like the survey look, like how it looks right now, it looks really basic. In my school community, I have custom CSS codes to customize the look and feel of the survey. If you join my community, or if you're already in my community, you'll find it under the template library section. So that's basically the fourth question, I think. Do you have active water coming into your home? Okay, so that's our fourth question. The answers are yes or no. Now, let's go to our fifth question, probably the homeowner question. Yes, so let's do that. And here we will do yes or no. Again, I'm the homeowner or I'm renting. It's a yes, no. And the sixth question is, when are you looking to start this project? Immediately, within 30 days, and just researching. So we will go to the sixth question, and the question, and these are the answers. Immediately, within a month, or just exploring. There's no disqualification here, but this is where we ask them, on the seventh slide, we ask them their name, email, phone number. So we will put their full name, email address, and the phone number fields. Let me reorder them. That's it. So if we submit and save the survey, and we do a quick preview, we can see that the survey is created, but we haven't set up the conditional logics yet. Now, what we will do is we will go back to the document and see, okay, if they answer roof repair, where do they go? They go to the second question, which is how old is your roof? So you can either put a conditional logic here, or if they select roof repair, by default, they will go to slide 2. It's up to you. You can set up a conditional logic. You can skip it because by default, they will go to the second one. If they select roof repair, that's totally fine. But what if they select roof replacement? Let's go to this. So if they select roof replacement, we will go to question 3. So now we will go to the survey, and here, if I move myself from here a bit, you can actually see it here. There's a small option called open conditional logic. So we will click on this, and then we can select jump to. If in the first question they answer, this is the first question, by the way, if the answer is equal to full roof replacement, what we will do is we will jump to slide 3, because slide 3 has the question that's relevant to roof replacement, and we will hit save. Now, if they select emergency storm damage, what we will do is we will send them to question 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Again, set a jump to. If they select emergency storm damage, we will say slide 4. Now, what if they select gutter installation? In that case, we will skip question 2, 3, 4, all of them, and then we will go to question 5. So if they select is equal to gutter replacement, we will go to slide 5. Now, we haven't set up any conditional logic for roof repair. Again, you can either do this or you can skip it, because they select an answer in a question. By default, the slide goes to the next one. So we don't have to separately mention that you need to go to slide 2. So that's already happening. Now, for the fifth question we have here, it's saying, are you the homeowner or authorized to make decisions? Yes, no. So we can say if they select no, we have to disqualify them. If you see here, if no, then we'll thank you page, or, show a custom message saying we require the homeowner's consent to provide an estimate. So we will just copy this part and we will say disqualify lead this time. Again, under conditional logic, just select disqualify lead, and we will say, are you the homeowner? If the answer to this question is no, if they say no, we can do two things. We can have them submit the whole survey and then disqualify them, or we can disqualify them immediately, because we don't want to get any more information from them because they're not the homeowner. So there are two options. So we usually say disqualify after submit, because we still grab their lead information in case we need it for the future. And then we submit thank you message saying, okay, you're not qualified, or, something similar. We can just say disqualify after submit, show custom message, and we'll say we require the homeowner's consent to provide an estimate. You can also do disqualify immediately. It depends on you. Let's say we select this. In that case, we won't be asking for their name, email, phone number, since they're not the homeowner. So that's another conditional logic we have set up. These are the qualification criteria. These are the disqualification criteria. And you can also do other stuff like display custom message. If they select a certain option, you can also jump to. We've done that already. We can disqualify lead. We can redirect to URL. We can also show or hide fields. So if they select a certain answer, we can show them a field in a survey slide. We can hide that field. So obviously these are pretty self-explanatory. And once it's done, we will say save. And and just go to settings real quick. We can just go to the survey settings, and here we will turn on auto navigation. We can also turn on sticky contact, because in case they submitted any form or survey or calendar in the past, the browser cookies will help them generate their contact information automatically without having them fill it out separately. So that's sticky contact. And if we do preview now, let's test it real quick. So if we say roof repair, it should go to the next question. How old is your current roof? Now, what if I select roof replacement? See, it skipped that second question and it went to the third one, which is what material are you interested in? Now, if I do gutter replacement, it goes to the fifth question. If I say emergency storm damage, it goes to the fourth question, which is, do you have active water coming to your home? So this means that our conditional logic setup is properly done and it's working. Now, if I select yes and then say, are you the homeowner? If I say no, I will be disqualified. So there we go. If I did yes, it would take me to the contact field, and then, I would have to fill out the name, email, phone number. So this is how the conditional logic feature works in GoHighLevel surveys. That's pretty much what I wanted to share in this video. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions on this or anything else in GoHighLevel for general. That's pretty much it. I will see you in the next one.